It starts by making a decision to act on that feeling in your gut. You guys felt sick to your stomach, like I did waking up last year the next morning? All right, it's only good if you act on it. What are you going to do to make it better this year? All right, and one thing we're going to start talking about right now, okay, we're going to hear from our seniors. We talked to the seniors like last year. You're going to hear from them. They're going to talk to you a little bit individually about what it means to them to be a shoreman.
Working hard, about not expecting to get things, about working your ass off to get it. I mean, I've changed position 3 times here, playing position. I started playing last year, but I just think, you know, I worked as hard as I can at that position and actually got some playing time last year. The biggest thing is just don't expect to get anything. Just work your ass off to get it.
This is what being a shoreman is all about to me. It's being part of something bigger than anything you could ever imagine, and knowing that no matter what happens, there are hundreds of guys that will have your back. We work hard together, we have fun together, we win together. There is not one guy on this team who should be shy enough to bring up a situation where he is struggling. It could be absolutely anything: girlfriends, family troubles, grades, or hey, maybe you just need a movie night with the boys. Us and the Hartford boys, we prefer Pitch Perfect, but anything works. And the point is that your fellow shoremen will always be there for you, and all of us will always be here for each other. It's just simply a bond that cannot be broken or torn apart. I found a quote on the internet to tie it all together and really embodies what I want to put together in this speech, and it says, this is part of what a family is about. It's not just love. It's knowing that your family will be there watching out for you no matter what, and nothing else in life will give you that satisfaction. Not money, not fame, and not work. So with all that being said, I say we take this bromance to the next level and bring home a ring.
And after just 1 year or the 4 years you're here, it's to keep for the rest of your life, so you gotta embrace it. And as this team comes together as one, as a family, nothing can ever break the connections we have together. On the field, we can't be stopped as one, and off the field, there's no situation or issue where we can't help each other to get through it. And with that, let's go win us a championship.
The 3 years I've been here have taught me the true meaning of being a shoreman. It starts off with playing hard and sticking together. When I first heard those words, I just thought they were words, nothing more. Not until I fully bought into it did I truly understand. Until I truly understand what it meant. I found out no matter where you come from, or who you are, or where you're from, and what you've been through, but when you wake up at 6 a.m. for lifts and don't leave the gym till 9 at night for study hall and freshmen and a couple other guys like me, that makes you a shoreman. When we're on the line and you look at the person next to you and you both know you're working as hard as you can together, win or lose, you ride the bus home together to the same school where you all came from before this school doesn't matter anymore. We've all paid our dues in blood, sweat, and tears to be where we are now. Of all the schools in the country, the group you are sitting with now, the people next to you, the players you're going to play with for the next 3 years, you freshmen, you all came here, and that means something. So play hard and stick together.
Shoreman means being a part of something bigger than yourself. It's a privilege to be a shoreman and to be part of something so special. Being a shoreman means to be part of a family, because that's what we are. All of you guys are amazing. I honestly have never met a group of guys so awesome. There's no better feeling than knowing that you have 50 teammates, 50 friends that will have your back no matter what, and that they would do absolutely anything for you. You all go through your ups and downs, on and off the field. Having friends and teammates like you guys make the good times that much better, and make going through the hard times that much easier. It's rare to find a group of guys like this and to build friendships with all that, and build friendships that will last forever. Being a shoreman is a great privilege, and I hope none of you take it for granted. You guys are unreal, and I wouldn't want to be a part of any other team out there. Let's continue to strengthen our friendships and take advantage of the opportunities that lie ahead of us this year. Let's have one hell of a year and get after tomorrow.
It's different than being on any other team that I've ever been on, and it's family that they've said that you want to be a part of, and that we're also lucky to be a part of. And what separates us from every other team in D3 and anyone who doesn't put the goose on is passion. We have passion. Passion is a strong desire towards something, or overall enthusiasm in life. From a distance, it would be easy to say that our passion is lacrosse, and that can be said for any team. But our passion is for success, tradition, and each other. It starts tomorrow at 6 a.m. out there, and it's going to end this year when we're taking a picture with the hardware on May 26th. It starts with the early work. It starts with Survivor GBs, Comp 65s. It continues when we're working non-stop, sideline to sideline, end-line to end-line during the game. First strum of the banjos when Luck, Cody, and the Burn Bombs are saying God knows what across to the other team. I mean, every year the faces in the locker room change, and the only thing that stays constant is Shoreman and the passion that everyone has who steps in that locker room. If you don't have the passion, you don't belong in this room, but I know that all 50 guys in here have this passion and are ready to go on this journey this season. It's a privilege to be a Shoreman and have a chance to be a part of a group with such passion, and to me that's what it means to be a Shoreman.
Perseverance is being steadfast in doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success. Whether that means being an immediate contributor from day one or sitting on the bench for a few years, each one of us has a different path to success. Immediate or not, pursuing it is the key. It is how we attack these challenges, committing not just to meet them, but to surpass them. This season will present obstacles to us all. Success will be measured by how we respond to it as a team, persevere, and transcend these obstacles together. I've been lucky to be a part of the senior class, pushing each other to be greater and greater. Whether they were one of the handful left from our first day's freshman year, or they joined us a semester too late, Cody, Polly. These are my brothers. We are all brothers together, and that's what truly, to me, being a Shoreman means.
Being a Shoreman is a way of life. To me, being a Shoreman lacrosse player comes down to 3 words: pride, persistence, and passion. I'm proud to be a Shoreman because of the positive image and culture that we've changed our team into from what it previously was. Persistence, because of being a Shoreman means constantly giving 100% to strive for perfection, both on and off the field. And finally, passion. I would do anything for you guys. Through thick and thin, to the day I die, I'll do anything for you. Being a Washington College lacrosse player is being a member of a special group of men that are bonded for life. Over my time here at WAC, I've realized that I'm lucky to be a part of that. Being a Shoreman is just what till now, it's the only thing that's worthwhile. And I'm happy to share this moment with all you guys.
What does it mean to be a Shoreman? Hard work, dedication, and passion are some words that come to mind. But those are the obvious ones. It took me about 1 year to fully grasp the concept of what it actually meant to be a Shoreman. This may come as a surprise to most of you, but I'm not exactly a weight room junkie. After dismissing workouts for an entire fall freshman year, I was lucky to still be on the roster come spring. Arriving at 155 pounds soaking wet, would I be able to compete at a high level on game day? Was playing lacrosse in college the right choice for me? Many of these thoughts raced through my head in a brief period of time. In high school, it was fairly easy to get by on talent alone. It wasn't until freshman year spring when I realized that talent alone wasn't good enough. Each and every year I gradually improved in the weight room, putting on almost 35 pounds. Now I will admit not all of it was muscle. But where did this motivation come from? A legend by the name of Herb Brooks once said, "You can't be common. The common man goes nowhere. You have to be uncommon." The day I understood this quote was the day I knew what it meant to be a Shoreman lacrosse player. Rigorous morning workouts, high-tempo practices, not to mention balancing schoolwork. Once you realize that these things are a privilege, you will eventually get it. Each and every one of the 50 men in this room are uncommon. And when you put 50 uncommon men on the field together, as a team, we will be a force to be reckoned with.
During the next couple of weeks, you guys are going to get pushed to the max. Your body's going to tell you that you can't do it and to stop, but somehow you're going to continue on. It's the fact that your teammates are right there suffering and going through the same thing you are and pushing you through. You encourage each other, all much like a boot camp situation. Nobody else at this school is doing what you're doing right now. The frat boys are doing keg stands, and you're doing suicides at practice in the dark. You guys are going to have each other's backs now and in the future. And I mean it, you will. When you screw up, they're going to hold you accountable. When you make a great play, they're going to let you know it. Later in life, they're going to be there for you as well. Coach started to bring it up. I have a personal example of this. Bear with me, it's difficult for me, but I'll do my best. In 2007, I married Jamie, who was a much better athlete than I am. She had a nice career at Johns Hopkins, and she knew how to play the game. And in 2009, we welcomed Jetty to the world, and he was our first of 3 children. Jetty was born with a major brain abnormality, which left him severely disabled. His prognosis was basically that he wouldn't leave the hospital and probably wouldn't make it 30 days. Not only did we bring him home, but he almost made it 4 years. While at the NICU at Johns Hopkins, we were there a good bit. I would leave Chestertown. I'd leave here in the morning about 5 to get there by 6:30 because my wife wouldn't leave. Going back and forth because I had to work too. I'd come back in the afternoons and try to work and then do the same thing the next morning. And after about 2 weeks of this, and it was stressful, it was difficult, it was more on her being there, not leaving, but after about 2 weeks, it wasn't long before letters and phone calls and random notes from, I'd say, probably 10 or more different alumni with options on places to stay in Baltimore. Not only from Washington College alumni, she had a couple from the Hopkins alumni, but most of the Washington College alumni. 2 of those options were from guys, Washington College alumni, that I had never met. Between the Johns Hopkins Blue Jay family and the Shorman family, we were well taken care of. We were sent so many ridiculous gift cards for some of the nicest places in Baltimore, courtesy of the alumni. Shortly after we brought Jetty home, Coach Clark came by my office to pay me a visit. Neither of us could really speak when he came in, but he was able to tell me about a charity that he and the team had started that would benefit children like Jetty with similar disorders. It was called the Flock Behind Jetty, and I was blown away. Knowing me too well, he then went on to say that I was not going to like part 2 of his plan, which was they were dedicating the alumni game and having a post-game fundraiser at O'Connor's, because I'm not one to like attention, especially on me. But he told me it was happening whether I was attending or not, and obviously we did attend. And not only was the stadium packed for that game, but Frank from O'Connor's said that this place had never been that crowded, and there was over 400 people that day. And roughly $22,000 was raised for that charity. I don't want to say that other athletic programs wouldn't have done the same for their players, but I'm pretty sure they would have gotten 400 people to attend, consisting mostly of out-of-town alumni. It was pretty cool. You guys have no idea how fast these 4 years are going to go by. Freshmen, sophomore, seniors, you can attest to that. Get everything you can out of this time, because tomorrow you're going to be sitting on the bleachers watching as an alumni. And as fun as it is, it's not the same. I learned more about life by being a part of this team than I did by attending college itself. Sure, I learned many skills from the classes I took, but being a part of this team taught me how to win, how to lose, and get better. Taught me how to be a man and test my limits. Made me humble, built character, and allowed me the ability to conquer the challenges that I face today. Seniors, use this team, this accomplishment as an alumni card. When you graduate in May, a member of the Shorman Lacrosse program, believe it or not, looks good on a resume. Wherever you go, wherever you may travel, you're going to meet somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody that went to Washington College and played lacrosse. You men are a part of a deep-rooted lacrosse program, maybe probably one of the deepest-rooted lacrosse program in history of any division. First started in 1929. I mean, that goes back a long way. We've competed in 9 national championship games against only 3 different teams: Hopkins, Hobart, and Nazareth. You have the best coach and coaching staff, by far the best athletic facility in Division III. Most importantly, you guys have the support of hundreds of alumni who have once been in your shoes and wish that we could be back there again. There is nothing preventing you from success. Suck it up through this preseason. Enjoy the wins and learn from the losses. So So with that said, good luck, stay healthy, and make us proud. I appreciate it.
We talk about wanting to be really good around here. We talk about wanting to win a lot of games. Every time we step on the field, we want to win. We talk about wanting to win championships. And that's all true. But I'm going to tell you something right now. And a lot of you guys have heard me say this before. The wins will take care of themselves if you choose to do the right thing by your teammates every day. And what do I mean by that? You choose to get your ass out of bed and make it to the weight room early and work as hard as you can. You choose to text your buddy while you're coming over here to make sure he's up and he's out of bed. You choose to grab a couple of your teammates while they're in the weight room and challenge each other. So you make sure that everybody's working as hard as they can. Come on from this group. You guys walk out of here. Continue to do what you're doing because you're doing things the right way. Take pride in being better. Take pride in not being a lax pro. Take pride in building this thing higher than we've already started. Teach our new guys the right way to do things. You know, our guys that just joined us as transfers this semester. Continue to teach our young guys the right way to do things. All right, this team needs to find an identity from a game standpoint. It starts with how you guys approach tomorrow, and it continues with how you keep building on what we've started. All right, so this is what I want. We take this day by day. You get in your head, and we start the mentality right now that all you're focused on is tomorrow. So 6 a.m. tomorrow, you're going to make that the best event that we've had. And then once that's over, then we'll sit and talk about practice. Once that day's over, then we're going to talk about Sunday. But right now, all we're thinking about is 6 a.m. tomorrow, what you guys can do individually to help your teammates, to help the whole. All right, man, see ya.